What's good, people? It's Danny Styla. You're back at the channel. Hit the subscribe, hit the notifications as well. Also the like button. Follow this content that we're doing at the moment. So we're looking over numerous trials, whether it be Julio, Fulio. We're dropping in on that. Lil Durk, YNW Melly. Seeming like his ass is guilty, mate. Like, I don't know about killing your best friends and making songs before it, but I mean, shit, I want to make a whole video for that. So yeah, man, I don't know about Free Melly, but they say Free Lil Durk, you know, but then at the same time, they're saying he's a serial killer. So I mean, I think we've got to watch this, you know. They're saying that he's like the King Von. He's turned into King Von. Like that's what's happened, people. Like Lil Durk went crazy. Like the guy's mind is gone, you know. Like he said, he'd rather get revenge than get millions. So let's see the downfall of Durk. Durk, you know, he's not. I bet he'd kill for a bowl of whoops. I bet he'd kill for a bowl of whoops right now. Yeah, there's probably going to be an advert as well. I'm sorry about this, man. You know, we're not at that level of being able to supply videos without adverts. We're not premium level yet, so we can just mute it. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, man, because we're doing numerous content. I do rap music myself. There's songs on the channel. Why not? It's support at the end of the day for the smaller YouTube community, and that's what we're from. So let's make it happen, people. Subscribe to the channel and let's get to these videos, man. Yeah, man, I can't renew it right now, man. The bank account's not doing it, man. Jesus Christ.
Real reason why they believe that Lil Durk was involved in this murder for hire.
Right, start again.
The prosecutors, they aren't going down without a fight. If you watched our last video, you know that Lil Durk and his attorneys, they filed multiple motions accusing the state of not really having a probable cause or a reason to have Lil Durk indicted because they really haven't provided any specifics or any real reason why they believe that Lil Durk was involved in this murder for hire. And they also said, yo, Lil Durk shouldn't even be indicted because the attorney general don't even have the right to indict him.
Look, yeah, as well, people were getting on my tail, right, for watching Trap Lil Ross. I can kind of know where you're coming from because he's got mannequins in the background doing gang signs and, you know, he looks like Harry Potter. You know, even me, I'm a rapper and I'm not from a little village or a little beautiful town. I am from a place that's a big ass city, gun violence. You might have even heard of it, Manchester, you know, if you're over in the USA. But yeah, man, that had a nickname, man, called Gunchester because it was ruthless around there for the guns, man. You know, it's like any other city, man. It's got guns. You know, that guy, what's his name? The guy who rolls with Drake, the young one, he come over to the UK and said there's no drillers over here. But the guy's realm, man. Like, there's drillers all over this mother lover, you know what I mean? Can't swear, people. Back to Durk
because he wasn't properly sworn in. But the prosecutors have responded and they said, listen, bro, all right, like this narrative, right, that we just indicted Lil Durk with no evidence, none whatsoever, and we are relying on rap lyrics, it's nonsense. It's hogwash, right? We have a lot of reasons for why we believe that Lil Durk is involved in this murder for hire. One of the things that caught my eye in their response opposing Lil Durk's motion to dismiss is apparently there's an unindicted co-conspirator who is telling the feds information about multiple murder for hires that Lil Durk is involved in. So what the feds are saying is, listen, this is just not a murder for hire. This is also a racketeering and a RICO case. So hence, even if you want to dismiss certain things or you feel like certain things were not absolutely clear, you can't get away from that OTF is a criminal enterprise and racketeering were involved. And one of the instances they're trying to prove that racketeering is involved here is apparently, right, the affidavit further stated that confidential witness one, provided information about shootings and other overt actions that OTF members and associates took to commit violence on behalf of OTF. This is where racketeering comes in. So even if Lil Durk is found not guilty of the murder for hire, the racketeering is still here.
Rico.
The affidavit then provided a specific example of racketeering activity in which defendant Banks and other OTF members participated, specifically in Atlanta robbery turned shootings in which defendant Lil Durk and King Von were both charged with attempted murder and participated in criminal street gang activities. But then it gets worse, bro. I don't know, right? If the
multi-millionaire, like, I mean, what's his name here on the head? Swiper. That name's Shiesty as well, you know. That name is Shiesty. Called Swiper. It sounds like it was a swipe something from him. He said he was a thief as well. So he might have been. He's redeemed, or I think he's redeemed himself. I don't know. Everyone, tell me right now, do you hate Swiper? And do you think he's just a snitching that you've labelled him off? Like, is that it? Like, as he was getting paid to be an informant, you know. And then he's got a YouTube channel. Bit of balaclava, and everyone knows what it looks like. It's funny, man. But yeah, big up Trenches News. That guy comes with the information, though. I don't feel like he's like getting information directly from the police. You know, I know people say he's the police. I get what you're saying. Like, he's not bothered to you know, some people and some of us even over in the UK take a no snitching stance. So with the no snitching stance in place there for specific things, especially when it involves street activity, you know, if you saw something happening to you know, to a civilian yourself in the street, you might tend to get involved where somebody else might tend to let shut this door. So I'm sorry about that, people. So yeah, you might tend to get involved yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what I would do rather than phone the police. Some people would say you're an idiot for it, but you know, I was stabbed 6 times, not separate occasions. I was I've been stabbed twice on separate occasions, but one of the times was 6 times in the top of the chest, and I did not give no police statements, man, because I was just standing on the fact that what I'm involved with was not, you know, and I can't go snitching, and that was just part of the war that I was in, you know. So when you're in a war, that's when you can't do this when you're a street guy, but you know, the snitching. But at the same time, all this stuff here now, all this snitching, everybody's seeing it from young folk down. Every rapper's a snitch apart from Boosie. It looks like, yeah, man, Tupac. I don't think he was a snitch. I think that guy hated the police that so much that he would have never given a statement. Biggie, he would have definitely given a statement. He went with Diddy. Diddy was a snitch as well. But still, though, like, when I say he's a snitch, like, I just mean you could tell his ass would definitely, like, fold. Like, my man's on a Rico for a weird. I don't even want to talk about Diddy, man. The guy knows me sick. Now, let's get back to this video.
Unindicted co-conspirator is adding some sauce to it. But that boy told the fans that Lil Durk caught a hit on 6 people.
6 people.
And they would say he provided them credible information
Credible
about the 6 hits that Lil Durk asked OTF members to commit. More specifically, following the murder of King Von, the affidavit further disclosed that confidential witness 1 knew that Lil Durk placed other monetary bounties for the murder of people with whom defendant Banks was feuding, including 6 other individuals. The affidavit also listed significant evidence cooperating like confidential witness accounts of Lil Durk involvement in SR's murder.
It really is.
What I'm not going to do is sit here and look y'all in.
Sorry about that one, people. We had to do a resume. So we're going to resume from where he was there now. Poetic Flacco. Poetic Gala, Poetic Mingala. Let's go, man. Carry on.
Look y'all in y'all eyes and lie to y'all people. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh my God, why you're lying on Lil Durk?" Man, listen, bro. If you listen to Lil Durk's music, if you listen to Lil Durk's admissions, or man, listen, man. Right? Lil Durk put in bounties on on his ops heads is probably the most obvious thing, I think. Like, even the biggest Lil Durk advocate, Brad, can admit, bro, Lil Durk was putting bags on them people's heads.
He was getting people
They was terrified of Lil Durk. Not because Lil Durk was the shooter, because Lil Durk was the bag man, bro. Right? Lil Durk had a reckless regard. Lil Durk was going to get you if he wanted to get you.
Man, didn't it? I was turned out.
But
you know when he said as well, like they say I'm a singer, they say I don't shoot shit or don't kill shit or something. I remember like before Von came along, because I was rocking this BDGD music for time. I was on it from when Lil Jojo released that song. My boy Heights from Manchester would got me straight onto it. He's like, "Yo, check this music out, man, in Chicago." Whatever. So, I seen it song, and I seen all the straps in the video, pure machine guns. And obviously, like I say, I'm from a place where there's firearms. I ain't seen that many kids all at once with all straps on. I was like, wow, that place looks like Iraq. And then come to know it. So then I start watching DJ Academics, War on Chirac. I was already onto Rondo number 9 was because I was listening to him. The fact that he was with the rocket launcher. Yeah, man, we'll have to do a video on Rondo number 9, you know, because I actually like buzzed off 9 because I liked his music and that me. And I know it sounds stupid, but when I was younger listening to that, I could see that he was actually like he was a shooter. I could see it in his eyes, like you could just tell. He had that demeanor. He carried himself the way that he was, just the way that he carried himself. Number 9 was looked like a dangerous child because he was young, man. Jesus Christ. And yeah, and we couldn't come to know it. They go out and smoke a taxi driver like he's nothing, and then you go back and start chilling. And like these guys must have smoked more people than that one guy, that taxi driver, you know. Telling you, how many bodies do you reckon number 9's got, guys? Like, if you know about number 9, tell me if you know about Rondo. Put hashtag number 9.
Does that really prove that he put a bag on Quano Rondo's head? I don't think so.
Rondo named himself after number 9.
In this Quano Rondo case, I don't think so. All right, that's just from my perspective, because that's even like one of the people that they claim that Lil Durk put a bounty on, all right, was the Somerville murder. However, the city of Chicago said they have no intentions on charging Lil Durk for that murder whatsoever. So a lot of these things, to be honest, bro, is to kind of paint the RICO picture. But I don't know, bro. All right, if you don't have the murder for hire, because there are a couple of things you must prove to prove a RICO, right? I believe things like arson arson and a murder, or right, like there's various statutes, and you have to prove 2 of those for it to be considered a RICO. The murder for hire is just one of those statutes they have to prove, and then something else for it to be a RICO. So I don't feel like they would have enough for the RICO per se. Now, the murder for hire, to me, is 50-50. It could go like anyway. Now, one of the things that Lil Durk just said in his motion to dismiss, he says, listen, Your Honor, all right, they brought faulty evidence to the grand jury.
I have watched upon it.
They told the grand jury that I dropped a song where I'm admitting to my involvement in the Quando Rondo Lil Pop murder. And this song that they provided to the grand jury is actually a song that I made months before Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pop's murder. So because they're providing these affidavits, this is defamatory, it's false, and it must be thrown out. Mm-hmm. Well, the prosecutors told Lil Durk, bro, you don't think we slicker than that? You don't think that we slicker than... Yo, you think we make all this money? You think we've been doing this and indicting criminals for this long, and you think that we will slip up like, no, bro, no. Durk, we are experts. Experts in semantics, Lil Durk. So the prosecutors responded, and I'll be real, bro. Reading this made me mad, man. Because you could tell they know what they're doing, and they're being slick with it. Lil Durk and his attorneys had a very big issue with this excerpt from the affidavit. Yeah, they will say this is false. This is a false statement. And they wanted it strike. And the statement is, in December of 2012, Lil Durk was featured on a song called Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy. In the song, Banks raps about it's effed up that I'd rather get revenge instead of millions. Told me they got an Addy, go. Got a location, go. Green light, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no.
That's crazy work, man. How do you...
Notably,
I'm not
following SR's murder.
I don't know who the hell on earth has done some editing to make it sound like he did this song before that happened, right? Yeah, but there's no way on earth that he can, like, look on the news and see your son screaming no, and then pussy right at the end, like pussy, like the ad lib. So the pussy part shows that he's not talking to someone's mum saying, look on the sun and look on the news and see your son. I mean, what he's doing is little boy in him. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what they do, don't they? They boy him off like, he's always a little child. He's a little kid to me. Like that's what Durk's attitude was. So he's always downplaying. Quando Rondo. Sorry. So. Yeah, I mean, I believe this shit was wrote after that. Like, I don't know what editors said that he's done it beforehand or whatever, and they're trying to use this song. But it doesn't matter about this song. They've got more evidence than this. They've got gigabytes, megabytes, all the bytes. They've got the byte.
Murder on August 19th. Bystander video captured Quando Rondo screaming, no, when he saw SR's body pulled from the Escalade. Oh, Durk then tells the judge, judge, they lied on me. See, judge, they lied. The song was made before then. The prosecutor says, we know. All right. Semantics, Durk semantics. These people are slick, man. They said, listen, first off, Lil Durk has failed to identify any false statements or information actually contained in the affidavit. Apparently recognizing this, Durk is the defendant, but Durk's attempts to manufacture a misrepresentation by citing to an allegation about the lyrics contained in a prior non-operative iteration of the indictment. But y'all use this to present it to the grand jury to get the indictment in the first place. Yeah, you just can't say, well, that don't matter, right? We're not using that version of the indictment anymore. Cut it out, man. But they would also say, and here's where they begin to play games and gimmicks and semantics with Lil Durk. They says, listen, all right, but other than Lil Durk's claim, the warrant contained demonstrably false statements and or omissions, the motion is devoid of evidence or facts that show the following. They go and say nothing about this allegation is false or misleading. Durk does not dispute that he was featured on that song. He don't dispute that the song was released 4 months after SR's murder. All right, defendant does not dispute his song explicitly referenced seeking revenge over profits and greenlighting violence after learning the location of arrivals, and defendant does not dispute the lyrics are similar to a publicized video of defendant's rival Quando Rondo screaming no while watching sheriff's deputies remove SR's dead body from a vehicle on the day he was murdered. Nor can he. Simply put, these are factual allegations. Everything we stated in that excerpt is true. They didn't tell Lil Durk that if he wrote the song before Quando Rondo's cousin was murdered, that don't mean anything because they never said he wrote it after the murder, and they never even implied that those lyrics were directly involved with Quando Rondo's cousin's murder. You see, they are playing semantics here, but they know what they're doing, bro. Right? They know that a grand jury or anybody with common sense will read that and fill in the blanks themselves. But because they didn't fill in the blanks, they're saying, what exactly did we lie about? Didn't you release a song? Didn't you say those lyrics? Didn't Quando Rondo cousin die? Didn't Quando Rondo scream no? We didn't say that song had anything to do with this. We're just saying, you have a propensity or whatever it's called, right? You have a knack of calling hits on people, or you have a knack of rapping about calling hits on people and about seeking revenge. We never said those lyrics are directly involved with Quano Rondo's cousin. These people are slick, man. They would then say, but even considering this true, the government could not have purposefully or recklessly omitted a fact they did not know. And even if this standard was met, it isn't. Defendant's argument also fails because it hinges on the premise that his lyrics
being like that. It's about the fact that he got molded into that. And I'm not even saying just through King Von's influence. It'd be through King Von's influence, the death of all of his friends and family, that make him sober-minded, that make him numb to death. So when he sees one of yours die, how can he really feel anything when he sees his own die? I mean, shit, Bezu just got shot 2 days ago. Like, come on now, let's be real. Lil Durk's been through a lot, and he's still going through it right now, man. If not worse than ever.
Lyrics are only relevant to the probable cause determination if he wrote them after Quano Rondo's cousin's murder, Lil Paul's murder. Not so. Defendant's lyrics about ordering a hit and seeking revenge show defendant's modus operandi and corroborates, right? The unindicted co-conspirator, right, which is to cooperate with this one account that defendant ordered and financed the Los Angeles murder as set forth in the affidavit. This is the second time that prosecutors have been caught with their pants down and they find some type of new creative way and the judge just keeps allowing them to get away with it. Y'all remember in the first Lil Durk motion to dismiss, Lil Durk brought up the fact that the prosecutors played an edited fan video to the grand jury. And you know what that edited fan video was about? The edited fan video was actually of those lyrics they just referenced. Right? No, you on the news screaming, no. So the fans, they edited Quano Rondo screaming, no, as Lil Durk said that into his verse. And when that got edited into Lil Durk's verse,
all right, okay,
they played that for the grand jury. And they used that to get an indictment. Lil Durk said, hold on, that's unconstitutional. Bro, they can't do that. That video is edited. That has nothing to do with Quano Rondo.
Just to think he really did that.
They said, cough. How come he's not addressing all the other evidence we got? Just because of that little instance? Come on, Judge. Are we really going to consider dismissing this case over that little instance? That little instance don't even carry any weight in this. These people, man, listen, man. It's cases like this that really makes you sit by and think, man, boy, I hate the justice system, man.
That's why you need to be behaving.
Whoa, man, amazing car. When did you become
behaving for real? Like, don't get it twisted.